Hello everyone. You are watching HackerTV, the official podcast channel of ASAC 5.0. And ASAC लौटा है अपने 5th edition के साथ, bringing together innovation, execution, and real-world problem solving on one platform. So, dates already announced हो चुकी है. It's on 7th and 8th of March, and registrations close हो चुकी है. So, you can watch the after movie for sure. And so stay tuned for more exciting updates ahead. I'm your host, Jayati Shri, and today we are bringing you insights straight from the people who shape innovation behind the scenes, our incredible mentors. Mentors are not just judges or guides, they are industry builders, problem solvers, and visionaries. And today we are diving into their journeys, perspectives, and advice for the next generation of hackers. Please welcome Bhawna Chauhan, a developer relations professional Mentee at CNCF, that is a project harbor, an MLH fellow under NEAR protocol, and an XROS 23 mentee under Mando EXA, founder of SheBuilds, she empower women in tech, and has won 20 plus hackathons. A dynamic speaker at Genome Asia, DevFest New Delhi, and Cube Day Singapore. She currently serves as a GitHub campus expert, inspiring innovation and inclusivity in technology. Hi Bhavna, hope you are doing well.
Yeah, hi Shanti. Thank you for such an amazing introduction of mine.
Our pleasure, ma'am. So, ma'am, tell us about your journey. How had been your journey been so far, and how did you manage to be here where you are today?
Yeah, it's been so long. Let's back to the COVID days when the journey started. So, I am a COVID batch person. So, regarding tag, I was 11th standard girl who was just interested into technology, like how things work and so on. So I pursued. So I was the only female in the whole classroom to pursue CS. So it feels so dynamic, like everyone is just having fun creating project, but I feel so underrated and so on. So in the same way, still I feel I can do it. There are certain people who are making things happen and so on. So my teachers were so supporting. So they helped me with the syntax things, how things work, what future that you can pursue it and so on. So from college, from school, I get this particular passion to do something in the technology, because I feel like software engineering or computer is the only passion where you can solve a real world problem just sitting in front of your computer, having the internet connection and so on. And you will be changing millions of lives and so on. So that's the core agenda of mine, to being in the software industry and so on. And eventually, when it comes to pursuing career in that, I was getting an admission in Triple IT Delhi, but it cost me around 20 lakhs per year and so on. So my family was not able to afford that particular thing at that particular time. So I pursued a BSc in computer science from Hansraj, because it's a government college. So I got the admission on my merit for free. So from that, everyone would be more if you do not pursue BTech, you wouldn't be able to be a good software developer and so on. But I have this particular career, if you have the passion and that spirit to build something from scratch, you will definitely will be able to make this particular thing happen. So I started the things from first year because it was lockdown. So we have a lot of time to explore new things. And so I just go through Kunal Kushwaha channel, introduced to open source and so on. So from there, my turning point would be it started from MLH Prep Fellowship. So once I got so then my journey would be so amazing. I meet amazing people, build certain things, and be in the ecosystem and learn from them. And now where I am.
Great, ma'am. Great. It was a very nice journey, and काफी लोगों की ये misconception रहती है कि if you are not doing BTech, So there is a no line for computer science या फिर software developer, कोई भी things related to computer science line. बहुत misconception रहती है, अगर बीटेक नहीं करेंगे तो it would be a waste of doing things, but it's not true. And ये आपकी जर्नी से काफी ज्यादा क्लियर हो सकता है कि if आपके जो मन में है, आपको जो करना है, if you are doing that thing, everything is possible.
Definitely.
So ma'am, like जब आप फर्स्ट ईयर में थे, what was your biggest confusion about tech, like, and how did you overcome it?
So the biggest challenge that I faced when I was in first year, it would be more like tutorial help, because like if you learning from scratch by yourself, you will definitely be at one position where you just need to jump it out. Otherwise, like you will stuck in the loop to create the project by following any YouTube tutorial and so on. So to overcome that, what I did at that particular time is like I decided like I will participate in an hackathon where I will be having this particular deadline where I need to complete and have this particular project working in 36 hours. So it will create a kind of impact in your mind as well. Like you can't procrastinate and so on because you have this particular deadline. So eventually, like I decided like I will build this particular thing and participate in hackathon. So after that, I participated. I won the hackathon a certain category. So it gave me a certain pleasure. Like I can make the things happen by building the things from scratch and so on. So from then onwards, like I started looking for things, following the documentation instead of just going through the tutorials and so on. So I would highly suggest, like if you're someone like me who are starting their journey and still face this particular issue, like from where to start, you're just going through the YouTube videos and so on. Because what I feel like in these particular time, you have like a lot of courses, a lot of content on a certain thing. So you feel confused, like which should I pick it up, from where I should start, and so on. So what you just need to do is just pick up a certain problem in your mind. This is something that I wanted to solve it out and go deep into it, do certain research, go through the documentation and start implementing it out. So eventually, like you will feel like you are becoming a good developer as well, because once you be in the industry now, so you can't be a good developer understanding all the languages, all the frameworks, all the libraries. But like if you're comfortable with one, let's say like you are new to Next.js, but you have used React before. So there are certain changes that you can look for through the documentation, and eventually you will be able to create the whole thing from scratch. So if you're just starting it out, like you can just go through, like if I give my example, how I used to learn new things, I just go to YouTube, search how I can learn Next.js in 1 hour. So it will give me a core insights, what exactly it is, how to use, and so on. And eventually, I just go through the documentation and so on after going through the video. So it will help you understanding the things better and make the way possible.
Okay, great, ma'am. So it's like काफी सारी चीजें available when you were in first year, or everyone who is like try to get the things done or want to do things, there are resources. आप किस तरह उसको यूज करते हो और कैसे आप उसको इम्प्लीमेंट करते हो, that matters. So ma'am, like from for students who feel average in coding right now, अभी बहुत सारे students है like tier 2, tier 3 के students या फिर first year, second year के students who feel average in coding, what would you like to tell them?
I feel like average is not something that you should. If you like, ऐसा है कि like अगर आपने खुद ही सोच लिया है कि you are average, so how you can become a good developer? Yes. Give this particular mentality, like I will be making a certain portfolio or a project that can earn millions of dollars. If you have that particular motivation, then definitely you can do something big. If your motivation is this small, so how you can achieve this much? So that's the core agenda, according to me, because like you wouldn't believe, like there are a lot of crazy things that people are building If you do not know, like, let me share one example. Like, I was just going through the Twitter and so on. So there is one startup society called Network School where folks from all over the world coming at one place, working remotely from there. It's like a forest island in Malaysia. So where like you will see founders who have raised millions of dollars and so on. Like you will be working with them. How cool it sounds, huh? So in the same way, like if you have this particular passion, like one day I will go there, work with some amazing folks from all over the world, then definitely you will be able to achieve it out. But if you wouldn't think in that way, you wouldn't be able to do that, no? So in the same way, like if someone usually asks me, like I am participating in hackathon, I will not win. So I used to like if you doesn't apply, your chances of winning is 0%. But if you apply, there is 0.11% like you will win the hackathon. So why you are thinking? Just apply and do your best.
Yes, ma'am. It's more like कि कहते हैं ना, like there's a Hindi proverb जो कहते हैं कि बड़ा सोचोगे तो बड़ा होगा, छोटा सोचोगे
Yeah.
छोटा सोचोगे तो how will you manage to do something big? Great. तो मैम लाइक आपने काफी सारे हैकाथॉन से पार्टिसिपेट किया, आपने जीता भी है. Like so what separates a top 50 MLH fellow from 1,000 of applicants?
Yeah, like regarding like if I say MLH play a very important role in my journey as a builder or as a coder, as an organizer and so on. So I would say like MLH Top 50 program is something like where they used to represent top 50 folks from all over the world, like those who are creating impact in their country or in their region and so on. So the one reason that I feel that could be the reason like I got selected in MLH Top 50, like how you represent yourself. So like I used to go to different events, share about my story, and one core agenda would be more like they used to think only BTech student or folks those who are pursuing their career in engineering, they would be able to become a good developer. But I come from a background where like no one think like I would become a good software developer working in a remote company and so on. So that could be a like pretty different point. And previously, like I was one of the MLH fellow. Before that, they used to provide some internship opportunity for students. So I was part of them that particular program as well. So that might be the reason like they have seen my work and I participated over 20, 30 plus hackathons of MLH. So that shows a certain passion to a certain community that play a crucial role in your journey. So definitely, I believe that could be the reason of being one of the top 50 fellow.
Great, ma'am. Great. So, like, ma'am, what's for the first time hackathon participants? What should they prioritize the most, like the idea or the execution or presentation? कौन सी चीज सबसे ज्यादा मैटर करती है और what should be the like order line for this?
So according to me, like I feel like if you are participating in your first hackathon, your goal should be like you will be meeting new folks, creating some meaningful connections and so on. Because if you are able to meet one folks and creating some impact, and you will be using that particular connection in future, so definitely that could be a win for you as well. Because you wouldn't believe like I started my hackathon journey like when I used to participate in hackathon in 2023. So then onwards, like every hackathon I participate, I have the same team because like we fell together like as a friendship. Like we do not know each other anywhere. Like my friends is from Pune, Mumbai, and then Jharkhand in different regions. And they would be more excited towards building something new and so on. So, and now onwards itself, they are my good friends and we met in person and participated in in-person hackathons and so on. So, if you are able to create that type of connection with someone that they can help you out landing a job and so on, So definitely that would be first win for you. So having a good team definitely help you out, because eventually like it's a teamwork, not a alone work in a hackathon. So I would suggest like having a combination of different skill set. Like if someone is good in pitching the thing, that would be the better one. Like he or she can make a presentation, pitch it in a great way. And might be someone is good in front end and someone good in back end. So can you believe like this is going to be the very powerful team to be in the middle of a hackathon? So this I would suggest like having a good team and making some good connection. It's not like yeah, just have you completed your task, have you completed your, keep it like a bonding thing, like you're making some friendship with them and staying together and building certain things together. Eventually these connection will help you in future to land a job and making certain things, let's say startups and so on. So I would suggest like if you are first hackathon participant, may focus on like building good connection, either with mentors or like organizers or judges and your participants itself. And eventually like having a good team with different skill set, which should be a priority. And after that, idea exploration, what you can build and so on. In this AI section, like you can build the whole project just by giving a certain prompt. Yeah. So there's just something like you should be proud of, like because when we started our journey, we do not have this particular focus type of thing because we need to still make the things from scratch. So you have this particular edge now, so you should take this particular thing ahead and make most out of it.
Great, ma'am. So it's like कि teamwork matter करती है and teams में it's not on the order line but yeah team that teammates who do certain things. एक ही चीज पे एक ही इंसान पे पूरा लोड नहीं आ सकते कि you have to build the project also have to do the presentation. Usually team one do the idea, one do the execution, while the other one do the presentation and pitching part. Great. So, ma'am, how do you build a team that actually performs under 24-hour pressure? Like आप बता रहे थे ना कि आपकी अलग अलग जगह से थी, मतलब अलग अलग जगह से लोग थे जो आपकी टीम में थे. So how do you manage to build a team that actually perform under a intense pressure or 24-hour pressure?
So I would suggest like be part of different communities. Like I was part of like the friends that I was talking about. So like we all met at MLH Prep Fellowship, became good friends, and eventually like we started participating in hackathon. So definitely like if you are being part of different communities, you will find like-minded people having the same mindset regarding winning, participating in hackathons, open source contribution, Web3 in general, AI, and so on. So, like you can be the part of community and share your like you are looking to participate in this particular hackathon. And if someone is interested, they can like reach out to you and saying like we have this particular skill set and we can definitely collaborate together and make the things happen. So just clear up the things like because what happens like if you do not have the good team, you might create kiosk in the 24 hours. So it should be your priority to let them their role, like what they need to get it done. If they are experienced, they can let you know beforehand before the hackathon start. So definitely that should be your priority while deciding your teammate and how you can find it out being part of different communities.
Great, ma'am. So, like, okay, being a part of a community matters a lot because you make different connections, you know what is going on. Because many a times it happens ना कि काफी लोग बोल देते हैं कि you're a part of a community, like peers है, तो वो करते हैं कि you're a part of a community and ये तो बस time waste हो रहा है, it's not gonna help you in things. But आपके हिसाब से what do you think? Did the community actually help or it's not that much helping? But yeah.
Yeah, like according to me, community definitely help, but it's more like not just a Discord or a WhatsApp group. It's more will be the people who are interested to collaborate, interested to make the things happen, and so on. So definitely, like if it's a community should be not just restricted on the Discord groups, Telegram messaging app, and so on. So it should be a high quality folks who are genuinely interested to build the things together and so on. So that type of group, I would say, like it's a community genuinely, and you can definitely be part of it, and it's eventually help. Like I was giving you an example of MLH. So it's also a community. So they used to support folks who are just starting their journey and so on. So definitely, like community helps, but eventually, like you need to take that particular first step. So if you're able to take that particular first step, you will be able to climb the ladders. Otherwise, like you will be at the same floor you are. So taking that particular step should be your first priority, and eventually, like people will come push you up and so on. So that also happened with me. Like if you are to take that particular first step, people will come help you out, making the things possible. If you're stuck, so they will help you out. So eventually, like you will be at the position where you can say, "I make it now."
Great, ma'am. Great. And ma'am, like, how can students convert hackathon wins into internships or career opportunities? How can they, like, काफी बारी होता है ना कि hackathons जीतने से when you showcase on LinkedIn or any other thing, or sometimes through communities, through you manage to get an internship or a career opportunity. So, according to you, hackers, how can students convert their hackathon wins into internships or career opportunities?
So, like according to me, like I got my MLH fellowship through hackathon winning itself. So it would be more like so interact with them. Like let's say they have their SDK. So you are integrating their SDK. You can share your feedbacks while integrating. Like this is from the personal perspective to their team. So they will keep you seen. Like you are being active in the community and sharing your feedback. So you just need to be seen in the bunch of people. If you're able to make that particular thing happen, congratulations. You might can get a good role over there. So your priority should be like being seen in a bunch of folks. It can be like by anything, like creating a good project out of it, what they are looking for, and having some good feedbacks on their product that they are building and so on. So eventually, like this will give you an edge on other folks. And either like if you win the hackathon, they have this particular thing on their cash prize, like having internship or the interview opportunity for you.
Great, ma'am. Okay, so it's all about how you are making you seen. क्राउड से हट के बोलते हैं ना, लाइक हिंदी में कि भीड़ से हट के काम करना. सो बीइंग विजिबल इन अ क्राउड, दैट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. बट समटाइम्स हैपन ना कि वी आर डूइंग वर्क एंड but not every time we get an opportunity, or sometimes it happens that we face rejection too. So ma'am, have you ever faced rejection from a program or an opportunity, and how did you manage to handle it?
So like there will be points like where you feel burnout and things like that. You doesn't feel working and so on. So from the personal perspective, I will feel like it will be a situation where you will being stuck. Sometime like you will see certain post on Twitter, like they make it on a remote company and so on. You feel like मेरा तो कुछ हो ही नहीं रहा है. But definitely, like there would be the times like might be God is training you something for a big one. So always give faith on God. Like they have plans for everyone. So I will always run on a God plan if something that doesn't work as I decided. So I used to keep thinking, might be I was thinking that much and God have a plan for this one. So definitely, like you should give it a chance and do your work, that things that in your hand, and eventually, like things will be better.
Great, man. It's like believe in God, and again everyone has their plans, and आप अपना काम करते रहो, eventually it will be something great. ये वाला चीज नहीं तो आगे की चीज हो सकता है, इसे कोई अच्छी चीज आपके लिए हो, राइट?
Exactly.
सॉरी मैम.
No. All good.
Okay, so ma'am, like you are in.
Agree. Like I was in the situation before, so like you need to think because like community is something that I love. I love giving talks and sharing my experience and so on. So like if you are doing what you love, you wouldn't be feel burnout and so on. That's why like I'm in the role itself. Like I'm in developer advocacy, where you will be teaching developers, sharing their insights, what struggle they face, and be the face of the company in terms of like tech products. So definitely like that's something that I like doing. So if you're doing something that you feel love doing, so I don't think like you will be feeling burnout in a shorter or longer way. But if you're being in the situation where you're not liking your job, but you are doing so on, so then it would be a negative point for you. Like eventually in a short run, in a month or a 2 months, you will feel burnout because this is not something that you wanted to do, but you are doing for the sake of money, reputation, and something. So I feel like if you are someone, you should decide what you wanted to do. Is it something that you can do it for a long run? Because when I was switching my role from software development to a developer advocacy, I was having this particular thought in my mind as well, whether this is something that I can do it in a longer run for the next 5 to 10 years. So then the answer is yes. If the answer is yes, then definitely you can go ahead and make the things happen. And eventually you will feel better. And if you're working like 17, 18 hours a day, it doesn't feel like a pressure or a work. It feels like you are doing it from your inner peace and bonds. So that's something like I love, like developer relation part, like hosting events, pitching about their company, being available 24 into 7 on a booth and so on. So like I love doing that particular part. So like it's a good journey so far.
Great, ma'am. But ma'am, sometimes happen like if we are in multiple roles, there are few roles that we like and we do not get exhausted from that. But there are few roles that we don't like too. And sometimes happens that we try to do the roles that we like, and the roles we don't like, they come in the way. And then we get burnout from everything. And at last we feel like, oh, what I am trying to do, मेरे से तो कुछ नहीं हो पा रहा है. So how did you manage? आपके तक भी ऐसा हुआ? And if a person is facing this situation, how can they manage that?
So I would suggest like mostly that particular thing happen when you are not giving time to your body. Either you are not moving it out. So I would suggest like having a schedule. Waking up and sleeping time should be fixed. It shouldn't be not like I will be sleeping on 2 p.m., 3 p.m. and one day I sleep on 11 p.m. and so on. So it shouldn't be like that. So you should give a certain time to your body to reset, restore, and so on. And one program that I would suggest, like if you are in the burnout phase, you can go to like Vipassana. It's a like 14 days meditation course. I was part of it, so it is like helped me a lot to restore my momentum, that passion, and myself, like how I used to be and how I can be more ambitious and build something great. So definitely, like this is something that you can try it out, but not a compulsion, but having a certain track on your body, like sleeping time, like wake up time, and giving 1 hour of workout. It can be like running or gym session. It can be yoga. So, but you should be giving us at least like 1 hour for your body to restore. Then I believe like you wouldn't be in that particular position to have burnout in your sense and so on. This definitely helped. Like I tried and tested.
Great, ma'am. So I hope like जो भी ये podcast देख रहे who are getting burnout, they can also try meditation or yoga or any physical activity they like. I hope like physical activities help them, because like मेरे पापा भी कहते हैं, you can't let your body go in drain, because after health is wealth. If your health is good, then only you can manage to do things that you have passion on. Great. So
Yeah,
ma'am, like
so true.
what is your daily habit that has contributed most to your growth?
Mm. So the daily habit I would suggest, like taking care of my body. I used to give time. Now, like recently, I started giving time to my body as well, like doing skincare and giving like 1 hour of session includes like little bit of exercise, yoga, and so on. So which eventually help and you like if you get up uh, like same time every single day for a month, it will you will see the difference. Like you can mark my words, like if you're sleeping and waking up at a single time for like a month, you will see certain changes in your body. So eventually, like I was doing it from like last 1 to 2 months now. So that helps me a lot to understand the things better, how my body progresses and so on. So this give me a like pretty boost from the morning routine itself. Like I used to go to yoga and where I used to think from like having some talk with your inner body and things like that. After that, like I feel so good uh, having certain time with the nature and having that particular thing in mind. Like I can do it out and so on. So we used to go to like for a group yoga where everyone will be coming and learning new things and so on. So it's a like great way. Like if you are the a person who love doing meditation and so on, like you can try yoga sadhana and so on. So I used to do that, and eventually like it play a very crucial role in my life now.
Great. मैम बट लाइक जैसे मैं अपने एक एग्जांपल देती हूँ. Recently I also tried like it happens for 2 weeks. I also tried कि I will sleep on a certain time, fixed time, and I will wake up on a certain fixed time. But eventually ऐसा होता है कि समथिंग कॉलेज वर्क या कुछ आ जाता है. इट हैपेंस कि अभी आ रहा है एंड आई हैव टू शिफ्ट द टाइम नाउ. लाइक जो मेरा सोने टाइम था, आई हैव टू shift it 1 hour longer because I'm doing work, certain stuff. So there are very much things कि जिसकी वजह से सोने और उठने का टाइम थोड़ा डिस्टर्ब हो जाता है. So how can I manage, or someone who is facing such type of issues, how can they manage to get a proper routine, or like ये वाली चीज को मैनेज कैसे कर सकते हैं?
So according to me, मतलब आपको ना एक दिन बैठ के सोचो like where my time goes. So you will get this particular idea like I will most productive in morning hours and evening times, and it might be night times as well. So you can accordingly decide like because like I understand during the exam hours we need to study a long hours because like we are an engineering student, we do not study a whole week or the whole session, and we just need to complete all the things in the last week before the exam. So it happened with everyone. तो उसके अकॉर्डिंगली लाइक आप शेड्यूल बना सकते हो कि लाइक आई विल स्टडी ऑन दिस पर्टिकुलर सेशन बट हैविंग अ पर्टिकुलर sleep routine like let's say like you should take like 5 to 6 hours of sleep as a vidyarthi. So that's my like grandfather used to told me. So that's why like if you're like having 6 to 7 hours of sleep every single day, so you are good to go and your body will process prominently. So you can decide the things like where your most time goes. So you can reduce the distraction, might be you're scrolling on YouTube, Instagram, and so on. So you can reduce that out or even close that out. Instead of that, you can study on those hours, and eventually you will save time and give that particular time to your sleep schedule.
Yes, great, ma'am. And thank you for the advice. I will definitely going to apply this too. So, ma'am, like let's wrap the things up. And my last and final question to you: if every student who is listening this today and decided to take one bold step, like a small step, but that is bold step and a small step towards their tech journey or towards their growth, what advice would you like to give to them, and what kind of steps they can take and why?
So, like, if you're listening to this particular podcast and starting your journey in tech, so I'm the example. If you're not from the tech background, you're pursuing BA, BCom, and so on. So believe me, like you will be able to make this particular thing happen. So just take your first step, make the things happen. If you are struggling, whether should I reach out to that particular person? I'm not sure like whether this particular person will reply and so on. Just take that particular first step, because eventually, like you wouldn't believe, like I helped a lot of folks in their journey to start their things and so on. So you can definitely be the part of it. And let me share with you one more thing. So we are hosting one hackathon. So you can definitely be part of it. So it can be like your first journey in tech as well, like Hack the Vibe. It's a white coding hackathon. So it would be more like you are coding with your agent using GitHub Copilot. So you can definitely be part of it, be like start your coding journey, because now we have tons of tools that you can use. Let's say Claude, OpenAI tools, ChatGPT, Codex, and so on. So you can definitely check that particular out and build your first project in the hackathon itself. So let me share it in the chat. So if anyone wanted to participate, they can participate it out. And second,
Yes, ma'am.
like one thing that
Ma'am, could you stop like
Yeah.
skip sharing because the OBS system is going on the background?
Okay, perfect. So like over here, like I'm currently building this particular platform called Codex, where you can learn the things in the gamified way from scratch. Like imagine learning certain things in a game itself. So I'm building this particular route. So the core agenda would be more like, as the Jyoti mentioned, like she also faced a lot of issues finding a correct course from where she used to start and so on. So we are planning to build certain things like that, where you can learn the things from scratch in a gamified way, so that you doesn't feel
Ma'am,
boredom
can
and
you stop sharing and then continue because we are having the OBS system running on the background, the live thing.
yeah, for sure. So yeah, like this is something that I wanted to share, and all good from my side, and best of luck for Ace Hack to everyone for being participating.
Thank you so much, Bhavana ma'am. And it was a really very great podcast. And about your hackathon and community, I will really gonna share it to my peers and my seniors and juniors too. And thank you for joining us today. It was a really great podcast, and your insights, your mental things. It was very great, and definitely going to try the yoga one too. I am going to try, and I hope everyone who is watching this podcast, they also really enjoyed this podcast.
Same here. Thank you, Jayanti. Have a good day ahead, guys. Bye bye.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So to everyone watching this was Hacker TV, powered by ASAC 5.0. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more mentor insights, tech conversations, and hackathon stories. Until next time, keep learning, keep building, and keep hacking smart. This is your host, Jyoti Shri, signing off.